Hello everyone, and welcome to another Dwarven Tavern review. I'm Dr. Jeff Goins.
I'm Lyric.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Josh.
And this time, we are going to be reviewing a product that is the subject of which is near and dear to my heart, dwarves and ale. I'm more into dwarves than I am into ale, but I do like me a good cold one on occasion. And this is it's a drinking game. Well, would you consider it a drinking game?
I would consider it a game that drinks.
I would say it's a game to play while drinking.
It's a game that it's
not
a game that
game.
it's not. Yeah, it doesn't really. Okay, we'll get into the details of that. It's from Table Forged LLC.
Iron and Ale.
Iron and Ale is the name of the game, and it goes for what is the? There's no price on this one either. We just did a review of a game that had no price on it, so it's weird. So I don't know how much it goes for, but there it is. And Lyric, you want to hit us with the details? Since you're chewing?
Okay, so Iron and Ale is a Dwarven Drinking Adventure that you can tackle with how many players?
Up to and
3
including
to 8.
8.
45 minutes, 18 plus.
Okay, it
3
has
players.
4 pages of instructions, I think. Very, very concise. I wouldn't say vague. I would say
In
concise.
my opinion, the instructions are set up very well for the game. It tells you exactly what it is without giving you too much information, but tells you exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
And there are 3 types of cards, and those cards are the mountain deck, which is things like iron ore, gold, or monstrosities, such as, oh hey, this is the Mountain King card. Dwarven spirits, ancient relics. Okay, I guess there's a bunch of these cards.
There's a bunch of cards, yes.
And like gnolls and stuff that you would battle. And then there's another type of card, which is called the Mead Hall card, and that is your actual drinking challenges. And those are, for example, the Mead Hall Witchcraft card is all Dwarven lords drink your ales. First to balance your mug on your head wins. This is Miner's Might. Dwarven Lord with the mightiest forearms win. Most elven forearm Dwarven drinks. That was actually pretty good.
That's pretty good.
There are some in here that, like I said, are pretty good. But then there are some in here that I feel are more in favor of the more masculine, which is not necessarily more dwarven in my humble opinion.
And you're going to get absolutely wasted. Because like that card just said, drink your entire drink.
Yeah.
Not take a drink, empty it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That is a problem that I had with this, not just because I am a woman, but because I am a more, what is the word? I don't think masculinity equals manliness, in my opinion. I think because this is all about being a dwarf. Being a dwarf does not mean you're a man. It means you're a dwarf, and it's all about being.
Technically, man is only a human term.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like this is very much in favor of like a 20-year-old guy. This type of game is that. Like some of the games where belch in your friend's face and sit on your friend while they plank. What's some other ones? They're just. Oh, this one's just each Dwarven Lord finishes their drink. It's called Last Call. That is it.
So, I don't know many 20-year-olds that can just chug entire beverages like 4 turns in a row and actually make it to an end
I
of
mean,
the deck.
I'm talking about college kids. This is this feels like a very college kid type game.
Even then, you gotta be drinking some weak.
Well,
so let's...
Have you been to college?
Here's the thing, though. It's a drinking game, and drinking games are generally perpetrated by
adults.
Yeah, by
younger adults.
Younger adults, yeah. I mean,
Just lose next turn.
I mean, some of these are pretty pretty mild, like challenge another Dwarven Lord
Yeah.
to a thumb wrestling match.
Yeah, I
we're-
like some of these. They're really good.
Also known as the Wood Elf Handshake.
So
Clever titles. I
the
like
rules of the
Yeah.
game
I agree.
are you'll draw twice from the mountain cards.
that. Which are
If you
the golds
if
and
you
challenges.
if you have to fight something, you're like if you draw the first card, you draw trolls. Your
or
round
no,
ends,
this is a no card.
or your round ends. You can't draw another one. Then you'll draw one from the drinking deck. So like challenge another Dwarven Lord to a round of Truth or Dare. Gain honor if challenge succeeded. Drink if challenge failed.
So I dare
So-
you to touch your tongue to your nose.
To win, to win the game,
So you lose, and I win. Ah.
every card that you succeed on, say the battle cards, has a level of honor. Is that what it's called? Honor?
I think so.
You roll the dice to see if you beat the card. If you do, you keep the card. Honor is your points for the game.
You roll the dice.
One.
You roll the die to see if you survive the encounter. If you do,
You
you
actually
keep the
did.
card.
4.
At the end of the game, the people with the most points win. So, like iron ores is worth 2, or is worth 1. Gold is worth 2. Each card is worth a different amount.
4, 2. This one doesn't worth anything. 2. This one's worth nothing.
And
1.
Something I really like about the monster cards, if you fail to beat them, they're just not lose your turn. They have some of them have some pretty serious repercussions. Like, what was it, the giants? They
Yeah.
steal, like, all your money, so you lose all your gold, all
2.
your iron.
They
All
steal
your-
2 of your resources.
Yes.
Which
And,
is what that character had
the-
at that
the
time.
gnolls.
Oh, the
If the
character
gnolls
cards.
are not defeated, they attack the next dwarven lord left, or to the left. So that's the turn rotation.
Yeah,
So it's like if you can't defeat the gnolls, they just keep beating everybody around the
because
table.
we're all apparently on the same mountain.
Yeah.
And there's also one of the. It's funny because it's the more important card that never comes into effect.
Yeah.
And that is the character card. For example,
But it didn't come in effect
is
with
that a
us.
C or a G in his name? Is it Gorfred? Or
Cornbread.
Gorfred?
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
We're gonna call him Cornbread Steel Song.
I like her name, Alora Stoneshank.
Stone Shank.
Well, and that's a chick, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not inclusive. I'm saying that it's not.
She has no beard.
Well, I mean, some dwarven women don't. And a lot of people don't remember that dwarven women tend to be hairy.
Yeah.
So, but these are the character cards.
Her knife is a stone shank.
Zagad,
Yes.
Marrowwind, Gib, Tog, Glitterbeard.
The litter beard.
That's actually how
That's
I
who
won.
I had last night.
This is who I was. I was the Glitterbeard, and I had the manliest beard. Which is funny.
I liked
Um,
mine because my character could take any Dwarven Lord's ability that has an activation cost. So I can
This
use
guy,
what anyone else
Pay
has.
1 iron ore and you can have someone else fight for you.
Wow.
So wait.
Holy hell.
If
There's
he
actually an
used his
elf in
ability
here.
and he used his to make him do it anyway.
Right.
It's like, I'm gonna make you do it. No, I'm gonna make you do it.
We have an elf.
Be
There's
very
an
entertaining.
elven character that we can be,
Really?
which
Let me see
is
that.
Excuse me.
Trehugir Elven Lord, Elven Trickery. I pay 1 resource card. Seeing a Dwarven Lord's name beautifully, that Dwarven Lord becomes the next meat hall challenger.
Oh, can I see
So I could be like, my father.
Wow.
Just be like, oh hell.
Why is there an elf in a dwarven lord game?
Just for shits and giggles.
So the elf can
To
prove who's
insult
the
the
best
nearest
one?
dwarves?
Well, I
so
mean,
can win.
is it not dwarvy to invite an elf to a dwarven drinking game just to watch them be,
Watch
drunk
them
under the
And-
table?
Plummet to the
And-
depths of drunkenness.
That's how you earn some crazy honor as an elf, is to outdrink a bunch of dwarves.
I got the elf so drunk he didn't extend his pinky once when he drank.
Flourish the pinky.
And the elf's like, I can't. It's true.
So
Good times.
So mortified.
the game's simple. To win the game's over when one of the stacks are completely depleted.
However, you can call for a like 5 rounds or.
Yeah, you can add your own things to it, but
Yeah.
the rules state that it's over when one of the decks are depleted.
Yeah, an entire deck.
And then you
Which-
get to the dragon.
The dragon goes on the very bottom of the mountain deck. It is the main nemesis, so to speak.
Okay.
Filthy.
You have to
God.
fight the dragon twice. Once at full strength, which is you have to roll a 6, and once at weakened strength, you have to roll a 3.
I thought it was 5 up.
It was 5 or better.
Yeah, 5 or better.
Is it?
That's a 6.
That's a 6, right?
Is it
5 VI is a 6.
Yeah.
So 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa!
Snake eyes.
If
I'll
you,
kill you!
if you defeat the
He just
dragon,
falls down the mountain.
if you defeat the dragon, you get the honor. If you lose your round. You lose a round, and you lose up to 2 resource cards. Each lord loses 2 resource cards.
Sorry, that was my
Wow.
That was going to be a 6.
So the dragon comes in, says, I am death, and then kills everybody.
Then
Surprise.
there is
Yeah.
one other,
Shocker.
there's one other card that needs mentioned, and that is the King card. It is the Iron and Ale King of the Keg card, and that is you are the Dwarven King. This is once per round the King's Tax. A Dwarven Lord gives you up to 2 resource cards. The King's Wrath, which is make a Dwarven Lord drink 3. And the King's Greed, or Creed, I don't know if that's a G or a C.
Probably
I think
Creed.
It's Creed. Chooses a Dwarven Lord to compete in a meat hall challenge in your place. You choose one of those, and that is your thing. You can be like, oh, I don't want to do this. You have to do it.
I'm
One's
king,
like,
you do it.
One's like, hey, you should dance while drinking. And it's like,
Glitterbeard, you do it!
Basically.
And whoever beats the king becomes the king.
Yeah,
So if the king loses the meat hall challenge, then the player who beat him will become the king.
Which first time playing this, I drew this first. I was like the king.
Mhm.
And I was the king until the next person, who was Josh, won my challenge. And then he became the king. And then it moved on to the next person. And that person ended up with, what was the highest score that we had in our game? Was it
18?
18? She had 36.
Wow.
Because the King's card gives you automatically, I think, 7 points or
7
something
points.
like that. She gained a lot of points for the King's card. I don't know where it is though in the instructions.
So the king card is actually part of an expansion pack called the King of the Keg expansion. It comes with the king card. It comes with new player characters, new challenges, stuff like that.
So, well, let's go around and get the pros and cons and your ratings.
Okay. I like the artwork. I like the fact that it is such an easy game to learn. I do enjoy that it is a drinking game. However, the second time we played it, there wasn't much drinking to be had. It was
Yeah.
all about challenges that we had to do, and it was like none of
Not
us
much
were.
drinking.
Yeah, none of us were really into the
oh,
drinking.
but that's not entirely true.
No,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying that there
We
was
didn't,
drinking. There was just not enough.
We didn't mention that if you didn't want to.
Spoken like a true dwarf.
I was
didn't-
going to say quite the opposite.
We didn't mention that if you didn't want to do a challenge, you could buy your way out with drinks.
Which is
So you
nice.
would- yes.
Yeah, you can. If you're like, oh, I don't want to.
Hey, here's a challenge. Nope. Here's another challenge. Nope. Here's another challenge.
Well, I
No.
liked it because it's like some of them were kind of inappropriate for the company that we were in when we played our first game. And like one of my friends did not want to burp in another person's face because she's not that type of person.
Yeah, I won't want anybody. No one's gonna burp in my face either.
No,
so.
punch the bitch. So it felt inappropriate in that time period. And she just drank the 3 drinks anyway, which I thought was a nice touch. And I do enjoy that it can be gamed with friends. It can be gamed with family of the older generation. And I actually really liked it. There were a few instructions that I didn't enjoy. There are a few things that I didn't like, and I feel like I can't quite articulate it that well. So I'm going to give it. I think I'm going to give it a. And of course, it has that whole college kid feel, college guy feel
College
to
guy.
it, and that's a huge.
It's a drinking game. That's who they're Dwarven
Frat.
to.
Yeah,
I believe what the term is.
yeah, but I am not that, and I like.
You are not of
drinking
the clan
games.
frat.
Right. So I have to say I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I feel like that's fair enough.
Ian?
Well, let's see. I do agree with the artwork. The artwork is fantastic.
Phenomenal.
I like the cards. I like how they look. I like the card design. I like this.
Another point, sorry, real quick. Another point that I didn't like was that the character cards didn't really have any effect on the game itself.
They did. We just didn't use them often.
Well,
in
we
our
didn't.
play.
We didn't need to, and that was another step back from.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I can agree with that
Sorry,
one.
continue.
Anyways, I like the box art. I like the card art. I like the card design. I like how, with the challenges, we've got the renown or the honor it gives. We got the honor it gives
The
and
same.
how much drink you need to drink to get rid of the card if you don't want to do the challenge.
Yeah.
And then you got the challenge itself. I like that. I don't know why there's blue and gold.
The blue's part
It's-
of the expansions.
Blue's part of the
Oh.
expansions. That
Yes.
explains a lot. Alright.
That's part of the King of the Cave
Just
expansion.
was one while I was confused. Anyways. Some of these challenges are really weird to me. Like, it's a drinking game that, out of nowhere, it's like, you stretch. And then
Flexibility
there's,
contest.
Yeah, the flexibility contest. Like, you stretch
My
more
favorite
than
part.
that guy. And
I
then
would
there's
totally
another one
agree.
where it's like, okay, everybody drink an entire drink. Like, empty your cup and balance it on your head. Because, like, it's a drinking game, not a chugging contest.
Well, I think it's mostly because some of those cards are made to be hysterical when a person is drunk, because their balance is, knocked
Certainly.
off when they're super wasted.
Of course. But, if you've got, like, beers and you just get the everyone chugs, then
Well,
I personally, I don't think that has, I don't like any kind of drink your entire drink in a drinking game. It's basically like shots. It's like a constantly adding, it's the small amount and the long term of it. This is supposed to be played for an entire deck. And if you run into drink an entire drink 3 times in a row, and you've
trouble.
and you've only been playing for like, 5 turns,
well,
then
I mean,
it's gonna get
some people might see
get
this.
interesting.
Some people might see this as a lot of people do drinking games for the purpose of getting drunk, so they wouldn't mind that as much.
Certainly,
Is all I'm saying. But your
yeah.
overall
I like
rating.
I like the monsters. That's really cool. I like the die to fight the monsters. That's awesome. I like the character cards. I like that each one has an ability. I think that's pretty cool. I don't like the length of the game, having to go through the entire deck. Like this isn't Uno. Because
It's a lot of cards.
you shouldn't
Yeah.
play a drinking game for an entire deck. I think that's absurd.
45 minutes plus is what
45
the game
minutes
says.
plus drinking entire alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, you'll go through a few 6-packs real quick.
It will not make it back into the box.
At least not in one piece.
Not in one piece.
Not in an orderly fashion.
So,
Or dry.
I think I'm going to give it, probably a 3. Because it's not, okay, the reason I say 3 is because I like the design of the game, I like the concept, dwarves are a favorite of mine. It's very in the mindset of dwarves, drinking, competition, it's great. Got the mead hall separate from the mountain, you don't fight the other dwarves in the mountain, you fight them in the mead hall. That makes sense, I like that design, I think that was a good choice. I like the character names, I like the card names, I like the competition. It's all fun and games, it's drinking, that's also great, all that's awesome. But there are some things about it that I don't like, and I don't feel like I want to play it again. That's my problem. I don't feel compelled to whip the game back out and play it. because there's no like it's just kind of just play the game and just kind of do until you think of something else to do, and there's no like definite win order. It just kind of
Yeah,
do
if there's
until,
no desire to whip it out and play with it, then it's definitely something.
I think
more.
that's an
what's the
entirely
point?
appropriate analogy. So yeah, I think 3 is what
Okay.
I'll give it.
Okay, Josh.
3's pretty fair. I like the. Stop! I was gonna do something. Stop!
He's going to do something clever. Give him a
do it.
chance.
He's gonna
It might never happen again.
Don't take this away from me. You already married me. 3's fair. I like the point of not wanting to play it again. I have no desire to play this again. I think it's too. It's not fun, in my opinion. I don't like some of the cards, or maybe it's just the people we were playing with.
Oh, I see how it is.
Pick him up, throw him out.
Chuck. We're going to call you Chuck.
Why?
But no, I didn't mean that. I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it enough to ever, pull this out with company or something. I'm not going to whip it out with company over.
And, well,
Appropriate.
not having the desire to whip it out and play with it in front of company, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but
Well, I won't
that's just
subject you
being
guys.
polite.
When
I won't
there's alcohol
subject.
involved, you should feel the need.
I won't subject you guys to that again.
Again.
Yeah, I've seen it once, huh?
We good.
No
But,
more for me.
3.5.
Keep the trolls in the
Or
dark.
3. 3 is exactly what I want. 3, no more, no less. 3 is the perfect number. It's, it gets the job done.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, I'm pretty much in agreement. I do love the subject of dwarves. So any game that has dwarves in it that hasn't completely ruined them,
Trying to keep the
Like-
bias out is
like
my
the-
problem.
the concept of gully dwarves, I despise.
It does keep, in fact,
Um,
like what I was saying about it being hyper masculine with the dwarven thing. I think that's also kind of a good thing because they're avoiding the trying too hard to break the stereotypes
Yeah.
and making them like the comedic appeal, the
Yeah,
comic relief.
I've always hated dwarves as comic relief because dwarves are, in some ways they're funny because of their stoic behavior.
Any race
like,
can be a comic.
like Varric in
Yeah.
Dragon Age versus Gimli in the Lord of the Rings movies. Like
Right.
Gimli was made fun of, Varric makes the jokes.
Right. And in those, the abysmal Dungeons and Dragons movies where the dwarf was just an absolute idiot. And he was
Sit that one away.
Scorp. As far as replayability goes, which is what I look for in a game, I agree with Josh that there's no, and Indian actually, that there's no real need to play it again, which is really a shame.
It's not what you want for a drinking game.
What I don't understand,
Or
Is-
dwarven game.
I like it, but I don't want to play it, and I don't understand that. I don't know what about it wasn't. It didn't pull me in.
Something
It was
missing something for me.
It was missing something, and I think the thing it was missing was all of one or the other, because it wasn't every card was not a drink. Take a drink. Which, if it's a drinking game, then it should be a game in which you do a challenge and somebody has to drink.
Like, one of the challenges could have
That
been,
makes sense.
like, whoever sips the drink the fastest and it's depleted
Right.
wins. Like,
Yeah, there
Who
wasn't.
who can sip the loudest.
right,
It
stuff
was-
like that.
There wasn't enough actual drinking involved in a drinking
Yeah.
card game.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
biggest point here is that there wasn't enough of the drinking part of the
So,
drinking
but the thing
game.
is, they
Right.
got all the drinking in, and those cards that drink your entire drink.
Right.
I feel like it's like the meat hall cards could have been the entire game and it would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why one or the other.
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
just been.
Instead of putting them both together and watering them both down. So I'm also going to give it 3 axes because it was okay.
Yeah,
but
it looks great. It plays fine. it does what it set out to do.
It can be broken out again and played for at least some sort of
Certainly.
entertainment value.
Yeah.
So it's one of those games where you go, oh yeah, I played that.
Or
So-
you know, you can break it out for people who you think might enjoy it more than yourself.
Or it's like, people are like, is that a good game? You're like, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's alright.
It's decent.
Yeah, it's alright.
So that is a total of my 3.5, and your 3 is as a 3.12. And so I guess it's just a 3 out of 5
So
axes.
it's like 3 axes and a piece of metal.
Yeah. And a sharpening
Some
stone.
And a
Or-
sharpening, yeah. A sharpened
In
rock.
case you guys were wondering, this game is not suitable for children under 3.
Yeah, it says so on the box.
Very clear, very specific.
Just in case you wanted to get drunk, your 4-year-old can get wasted.
3-year-old, absolutely.
Well, under 3. So your 3-year-old could be.
Yeah, it's children under 3.
Oh, well, you know.
So your 2-year-olds are safe
Yeah.
or deprived,
No more
depending
eggnog.
on your.
No eggnog in their bottles. So.
Yeah. So that's Iron and Ale from
Table Forged.
No.
Table
Is it
Forge.
Table Forge?
Yeah.
Table Forge. Iron and Ale from Table Forge.
It's on the box.
It's on a box. So yeah, we don't know how much it goes for. So you have to look it up at. Does it have a website?
Should
Yeah,
be just-
www.tableforged.com, and they're based out of Akron, Ohio.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Like right up next to you guys.
right up by the tavern. Yeah, on a cosmic scale, it's like
How,
neighbors.
I guess coincidental that the Dwarven Drinking Game is so close to
Well,
the tavern.
Ohio is on a craton, so that would be the dwarves. That would be
Yes.
Dwarven. That would be the motherland. for dwarves.
Indeed.
And craton, look that up.
Not the crouton.
Not croutons,
Kraton.
craton. I guess 3.12 axes is the score. So if you feel differently, or if you enjoyed it, or if we missed something, or you got any suggestions or whatever, just let us know in the comments.
And you could totally check out the game for yourself. And
check
if
out the
we're
game, see
if we're
how.
wrong, if we're right, if you guys have
If we're
any
wrong,
fun
if we're
experiences, please comment below.
If we're wrong, if we're right, bada bing, bada boom.
I'm judging.
You should be.
We're all judging.
Yeah, you should
as
all
a
judge me.
family.
Yep, well, I'm used to that. On behalf of the entire cast and crew of the Dwarven Tavern, I am Dr. Jeff Collins,
I am Lyric.
I am Ian.
I'm Josh.
and we wish for you to want for nothing but adventure, and at first I feared it.
Then
Then
I
I
charged.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.